Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Callie. Are you on the road, Callie?
Mm-hmm. Just for a few more minutes.
Okay.
We are live.
We are live. Happy Easter, everyone, from Chatter Up.
Happy Easter.
Yes, we are so happy to be here with you all. So how was everyone's Easter? Did you do anything special?
No, I just bum off family. Somebody gonna call me. I don't even celebrate Easter, but I'ma show up.
Okay. So you don't celebrate it at all. My mom came and cooked for us Friday. And so she cooked me meals for the entire week. I'm trying to eat better. So she came, she prepared my meals. I froze a few things. So I'm gonna try not to eat so bad. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna want some ice cream from somewhere.
Yeah.
What about you, Callie? How was
Right.
your trip?
We know how that trip was, child. Interesting place. But no, so today I didn't do a whole lot at all. I really was just trying to do nothing because we've been gone every day.
Yeah, so
This
let's get
week.
into it. We don't want to keep everybody too long, but we probably will because we can't help but love to talk to each other. So we're gonna try to. I don't watch Married to Medicine, so if y'all want to talk about it, let me know what happened. Anything good?
I can't even remember.
Did you watch it,
Married to
Callie?
medicine. I did. I'm sorry. Was it last night?
No, that okay. I
No,
have notes that
it
I
was
kind of
So
read
last
yeah,
for the
I
group
Sunday.
did. So
stuff.
I did watch it then. We didn't. There was nothing new that happened. The last thing I remember is them throwing the girl throwing the shirt on the dinner host. Have there been an episode after that?
Oh
Well,
no, they
If
didn't come
so,
on last week. You're right. You're
well,
right.
what I have is Contessa and the girl met up for a talk. Heavenly chased a new girl at her home when they were playing tennis. She told her that she can't identify with Black Lives Matter even though she's brown. And then that's all I had that I kind of read from other
oh
people.
yeah,
So
she
I
said that
think it did come on. Y'all just don't remember.
well, I remember as
Uh,
you're saying that she said something about her that she is of color too,
Right.
and not just Black lives, but the same thing applies to her. That's kind of what she said.
And Heavenly got
I will
upset
say
about it.
this. I will say this. If you look at her, just straight up look at her, if she wasn't dressed up in obvious to me Indian gear,
Mm-hmm.
jewelry, you would thought she was a black girl.
Yeah, I think so too. She's brown. She said
So
that she was
she may
called.
have a sand in,
Yeah,
yeah.
so she was, she experienced it too. But Heavenly, and then Heavenly was saying that she needed to get a job. Her and Toya didn't work. And she tried to
I
tell them they
think
Definitely
needed
she
to
didn't.
is
clean up.
envious.
Yeah.
I think she is envious of women that, because let me say this, say whatever you want. Toya at this point is a veteran. She's been on this show, I think this is their 6th season or 7th
Mm-hmm.
season.
Right.
Toya could very much make as much, if not more, than what Eugene makes.
Oh, I'm sure.
If you look, so if you look up the net worth of Toya and the net worth of Heavenly, they're actually identical.
I'm
So I think, and this is just my opinion, I think that Heavenly is a little envious of women who have met a man that financially takes care of them. Could Damon take care of her? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
If that's the way, the life that she chose this route. And the type of men that they married are okay with them being at home, or they desire that.
And I don't think
And I
Heavenly
think
goes to
she's a
work
little
every day.
envious.
She don't go to work every day. I think she works like 2 days a week. So I'm like,
I I think she's envious of that
and then
because she has
yeah.
mentioned that a lot.
And she called that girl saying
And
that girl's job as a blogger wasn't a true job. And I'm like, Heavenly, she has like a vlog. I'm sure she makes money from. So I just thought she was just mean to those two women because their husbands are the doctors and they're not. I really think that's what it is.
yeah,
But that's all I remember.
yeah,
So anything else? And I didn't even watch it. I just look at
no,
notes from groups and people post, you
yeah.
know. The ratings are really low. We'll talk about that in a minute compared to, because they come
Yeah,
on
really low.
right after
And
Atlanta.
I know why, because this show isn't entertaining to me at all. I'm watching because it's something that I do, but it isn't something that I'm now enjoying anymore. What you think, Callie?
I agree. I agree. That's why
Really?
we can't. It's hard to remember unless I take notes. And if I enjoy a show, I shouldn't have to take notes.
Right. So
You're
yeah.
right.
So what
we can do
happens is they
without.
come on right after Atlanta. Right. Atlanta this week had 1.3 million. Married to Medicine comes on right after, and those people left. They didn't continue to watch.
Yeah.
So their ratings should not be this low. That means people watch
Almost
it.
500,000 people left.
Yeah. Yeah.
500,000 people.
So I don't know if do you think it's because Mariah, how they treated Mariah? Do you think it's because it's boring? What do you?
I think it's a
think
mixture of both.
I do think, yeah, I agree.
Think it's a mixture of both? I do too.
Yeah.
I know I'm not watching.
Hey, I'm dialing in real quick just so you'll see me, okay?
Okay.
Hold on.
So let's go to Married at First Sight. It's next. This was really kind of about doggies. Did you think it was more about dogs and them?
Well,
I mean,
let me just ask a question, because this show is not one of my favorites, but I did watch it.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I'm. So when did Chris buy the car for his ex-girlfriend? When did that happen?
It was maybe 2 episodes ago that he mentioned that he bought her a brand new Mercedes.
Technically married?
Yes, he bought her a Mercedes. What did he buy her?
Yeah.
Her name is Mercedes. Yeah, he bought her. Yeah.
He bought her a Benz.
Yes, he did.
He literally bought her a Benz.
Yeah. He said that he didn't want the mother of his child, which I understand. You don't want her riding the bus or a Uber. You do want her to have a vehicle. That's fine. But to do it,
it's a whole lot of cars between walking and a Mercedes Benz.
It just is. And even if he did buy the Mercedes, he had the means, he still should let his wife know. I mean, he just should have let her know.
He should have let her know. He's suspect.
I just didn't agree with that. I thought that was just wrong. But on this one, it was okay. Yeah,
I got to swap.
Yeah. So on this one, though, what I didn't understand was, did you think that Ryan, he's the one who won't have sex with Claire? It seemed like he was more concerned with, finding a connection with her dog than with her. Did you not get? I'm like,
I don't.
I watched this. He was like, I watched it with my boo, because I'm like, you got to watch this one. He was like, he is confusing me. First of all, she said that she gets him off every night. I don't know if y'all caught that. But he doesn't want to have sex with her. So what what is she doing to get him off?
Well, she's probably doing some hand movements.
Or some mouth movements.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if he's okay with that, do you think he should be okay with everything else?
Yes, I do. He should be okay with everything else.
What do you think, Joy?
Ain't no way in hockey sticks I'm putting my mouth or my hands on something, and you're my husband, and I'm in other things. Or ain't
okay, not the hockey stick. She said the hockey stick.
That's the truth, though. No, HE double hockey. Right. I just don't. And the fact that she's continuing to do it, to me, that I don't know if it's something within her that she thinks, if I do this, like on Bridgerton, she thought if I do this, then I might get this. So maybe she thinks it's going to turn him on in a way, and then he's going to just fall for the okie doke and put the tip in. I don't know. All I know is I don't understand. Why?
That's a mess.
Why? Like, why would you do that, though?
There's no reason.
Way. No,
but it's just, for me, though, all of it all falls under the same thing. Why are any of them doing this stuff? I mean, I understand not wanting to go 100% with her if they kind of have only known each other for a couple months. But if you are going down there and you're doing all this stuff that's going to make you get some rug burns and all that, then then go all the way. If not, why are you willing to marry? Yes, legally, I am obligated to you forever until we divorce. but you're not willing to do anything else. If you're going to go into a relationship not knowing who these people are, then go into the relationship with everything, not knowing who these people are, and don't just cut it off there. Is he doing the same to her?
Not that I can think of. She don't
Ain't
make
no
it
way
seem
I
like,
would-
because
I
her
would've
her
stopped that
ending thing was, I
immediately.
get nothing. I get him off every night, but I get nothing.
No way I would do that.
That's what she
That
said.
should have ended it. So it's that no.
But I was shocked that she did
should
that.
stop. She should stop.
So what do you think about Chris? It's crazy. What do you think about Chris and Paige with his mom? Did you, when she was saying, he was like, Mom, she don't want to talk to me unless this, and then she was like, rightfully so.
Yeah, no, I don't even have that written down. I must have missed that part. Maybe I shut it off too soon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, both of them told their friends or family that they're deciding to divorce. This is the reality. I think once Paige had made up in her mind that this wasn't anything that was going to work for her, she only wanted to deal with him on the camera. But I was actually shocked that he was interested in building something with her off camera as
I
well.
was too.
But I do wonder, is he the type of guy that is going to continue to sleep with her and titillate her, kind of?
Yeah, I think
give
she
her
figured
just
that out.
enough to keep her coming back, but she's getting nothing in return.
I think she's over him.
I think she was over him, and she was just going to continue to get paid because it is a financial gain if you stay on. If you're in every episode and you end it, even if you divorce, they get something. I can't remember. I've heard $50,000. I've heard way less.
So I heard it was only like 5 or 10.
Oh, you did?
If it's 60, I might be able to make it 30 days. That's about.
Yeah. So
this is
I
too
don't
much.
know if it was 8 weeks. So we're talking about 2 months. So I don't know. I've heard different things. Only reason why I heard 50 is because there was one particular girl a couple of seasons ago. Remember I was telling you, and she was trying to quit, and they told her she was going to be liable for $50,000 if she left. So I
think it's probably 50 all in the end.
She left anyway? Is that what you said, Joy?
No, she stayed. But they just got a divorce. Yeah, she stayed.
Oh, but they did get a divorce?
Yes, and when she said this, it was in defense of Paige because people were saying she should just quit. And she said, and this girl has moved on. I want to say she's engaged or married to somebody else, and so is the guy too. And I'm almost positive she said it was $50,000 that they threatened her with.
Ooh,
and her situation was worse because that guy said when he slept with her, he was dead inside.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have 50,000 that I would have wanted to give them, but I would have been like, Paige, we just filming. When the cameras come on, then you can leave me alone.
Right.
Because she even admitted, she said, I wrote this down. She said, I think I was in love with the idea of marriage. I think it's kind of coming to her that this is not the man for her.
Yeah, I just can't. I'm just shocked that it took so long.
It did. But she kept trying to put God in it. And I think that's where she was messing up. Like, God wouldn't put me in this situation, and God wants this. And she finally realized, like Melody said, God said, go, Paige, go, Paige.
Why didn't he tell her that he had already been engaged 2 other times? Because that, for me, something you like to stop after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So
that wouldn't have necessarily scared me, because if you think about it, if you meet a guy and he said he was previously engaged twice, men are the ones that's getting down on the knee. You would think in your head, this guy really wants to be married. Now, you could also say must be something wrong with him because 2 women walked away from him.
Yeah, his follow through. Either he didn't follow through or she didn't follow through. The follow through is
somebody didn't follow through.
Yeah.
So you mean, and he said that he wasn't financially stable. He does admit that.
But the way she found out about the second one was the preacher, his pastor. Like, he didn't tell her about that. So she's like, why you didn't tell me that it's been 2 times? Now, he could have been embarrassed about it, but I feel like Vincent and Bree are the only ones that's gonna make it, in my opinion.
I love them. And I love to see how they dote on each other.
Yeah, they love each
even
other.
though Bree seems a little apprehensive, it's not in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's see what we got next.
She's
Anything else on that? We're gonna get to the good stuff now.
What?
New Jersey.
Lord.
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey is
New Jer-
off the chain. It is crazy.
It really is.
I ain't never in
It
my
really is.
life.
I
Okay,
watched
so
it. I watched
I don't
it
even
this
know where to
week.
start.
I didn't.
Y'all do know the backstory of how Melissa and Joe Gorga got on the show, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yes. And Teresa did not want them on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she did not.
All right.
So,
But how did they get? So how do you know that? How did they get on the show?
I don't know. Do you mean they go
was it not
behind her
Carolyn
back
who
or
brought them
something?
on?
No. So this to me is so important to understand this dynamic.
Oh.
In season 2, you can actually watch the reunion and you see it play out. And they weren't even on there. In season 2, you found out that Melissa called Danielle, called her or emailed her, and I think she emailed her and was trying to get Danielle to bring her on as a friend because Teresa wouldn't put them on camera as much. Or she felt like they didn't, like Teresa got control over there, but
right.
And her words was she wanted to bash Teresa, was saying that he didn't acknowledge their baby that they just had and everything.
Right. I remember all of that. Yeah.
I thought it was Caroline.
Okay,
I didn't know it was Danielle. So it was Danielle.
It was Danielle.
Okay.
Because that's where y'all haven't seen the meme or the picture of Teresa pushing Andy on the couch and people are that's where it comes from. Because she stood up and said, don't say anything about my family. And she stood up, Andy stood up and she pushed Andy. That's where they come from.
I remember that.
Yeah. That is important to understand. And the fact that there is some truth to the backstory between, so fast forward to season 3, they're on the show. The very first episode was their babies, the little boys' christening.
Ooh,
and if you remember, the huge fight.
Oh, it was awful.
Have y'all ever wondered why their father and mother
didn't talk
was
to them
on Teresa's side?
Yeah. Well, didn't even talk to Joe Gorga.
Joe Judice, they weren't even talking. That's because Joe Judice just laid everything out. He recently said that Gorga is trash. The reason that he was so close, talking about Judice, to Teresa's parents was because Joe Gorga did some kind of deal. The parents put their house up and Joe Gorga, he lost it. They lost their home. So
the parents lost their home?
Yeah, the parents lost their home.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't
that's
know that.
why. And that is why when and they weren't talking to Joe really when that whole situation happened at the christening. Because I always wonder, why did he take Teresa's side and calling her? So one of the things that when I was reading this with Joe Judice, all I kept thinking is, I know y'all gonna disagree with me. Teresa really is a saint because she really hasn't put out all of this. Because
she likes to keep it inside the family. I will agree with that. She really
does. Way better person than I am.
Yeah.
Because not only has she not said any of this, it explains why. So when they come on and all of that was going on between the family, she never called him out at any time.
She didn't.
That whole year.
Yeah.
And how Melissa would get between them, and she would a lot of times try to negotiate with Teresa with Melissa, because she felt like your wife has enough influence to say, here, let's go spend time with your dad. Joe Judice said he wasn't spending no time with
they said that Joe Gorga them never spent time, that Teresa and Joe Judice, or Judice, whatever you want to call it, were the ones who really took care of the parents, went over there, spent time.
And you know it's some truth to it, because the last season that her father was alive, if you remember, they were arguing. She was telling him, you don't know how long Dad's going to be here. I need you to spend more time with Dad. Come over on Wednesdays. Remember that? I remember that. She said, just take Wednesday. Melissa, come and get him. And she was ticked off because she was like, Melissa, just come get him. Take him on Wednesdays. Daddy loves to cook. Yeah, she was saying, and he died. Now, men are usually like that. When they leave the nest, they really do leave the nest. Mm-hmm. So I knew where George Gold was, but I think instinctively Teresa knew that her father was way ill than they wanted to admit.
They wanted to be. Yeah, he wanted to admit. He didn't want to be a burden on them. And I when she went to jail, like, she was probably worried who's going to take care of him, who's going to go see him, who's going to.
And if you know, they said Joe did. Joe Judice did.
Yeah, he did.
Joe Judice.
So why do you think he was hitting on the table and all that, Joe Gorga? Because he was
both of them demand this sense of loyalty. But I think that Joe Gorga, I kind of agreed with him on this one. He wanted, this was some silly mess that Teresa could stop by just saying, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That could have ended it because it was too much tension. I agree with that. Now that whole flipping cheese that Melissa did, unnecessary. And if you notice, because she's immature.
I thought they said they weren't gonna flip nothing anymore and throw anything anymore. Because one reunion I watched, they made a pact. We're not flipping, we're not throwing.
You can see the fear in Teresa when she realized how angry her brother was. Like, when she was like, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. Like, you almost feel like one of the things that Joe said, it brought tears to me. He said, you're the only family I have. Girl, I'm just gonna tear up even thinking about it.
It's awful. They don't have their parents or anything.
They don't have their parents, all they have is each other. So I'm a crybaby. I felt that.
I felt when he said that too. And I really feel like him and Teresa do love each other. I mean, I really do.
Oh,
and I think,
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, so what do you think about Jackie? Yeah. Like, she was kind of breaking down.
Oh my God, I'm so over little Miss Jackie. This woman keeps messing with me.
Why y'all fighting over me?
She's a mess.
No, this was the kicker. Wait a minute, this was the kicker. I don't even understand what's happening right now.
I know. It's like, really? All that you don't know what's happening?
Freaking.
I think that girl is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think that girl is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I think she needs to eat. She ain't eating and she's starving and she's hungry. And she just don't understand.
You never see her eating. Even at dinner. Have y'all noticed that?
She be like, I'll just take a yogurt. No, I'll just take a this. And then she don't.
But you remember how she said she was in high school? She wasn't right. She never got the attention that she wanted. So she's made some changes to try and get the husband she thought she wouldn't have gotten in high school and all this stuff. So she has had issues. And they obviously are still lingering around, even though she might not look the same. Whatever reason she felt the need to step out and do something else, that still is affecting her mentally.
Right. Now, what about Margaret?
Let's talk about this.
And Jennifer. Like, okay, so what was going on? Why did they get into it? So was it because she told her husband told her?
No, first of all, I love Jennifer, but she was wrong because the situation was squashed. She brought it up again.
Yes.
And I like Jennifer. I really like. But let me say this. Margaret is dead wrong for trying to, because let's go back to the story Margaret told. Margaret said when she was really young, she worked for this guy, and her next words killed me. He was really good looking, and he wanted to be like me. But so I did. Margaret is dead there when she was really young.
Right. Oh, that was a playback. I'm like,
yeah. And that's not a Me Too situation.
Yeah, because she was attracted to him.
Exactly. That was the next. I promise you, she said he was really good looking and he wanted to sleep with me, and I did. Now she's trying to turn this into, I really didn't have a choice. You act like you did.
Yeah, she's like, this is the way I moved up.
who mentions a possible rape situation or a borderline rape situation and say he was really good looking? Nobody says that.
Nobody. But so what do you think about her saying you were sloppy drunk? And then she said, well, you were sloppy with your boss. I mean, was that a good comeback? What you think?
Very good. Because it wasn't a Me Too moment.
She was like,
Jennifer. Like,
Jennifer came back, honey.
Speaks her mind. But she just says things out of turn at times. But I love her. I love her. I love her.
Yeah, I wish you would not have.
You ain't gonna just.
Yeah, she I wish she wouldn't have went and told what her husband told her though. And he even admitted, I shouldn't have told you. And I like that about them because they're like, okay, I made a mistake. Some people don't want to admit it. So I did like that.
But Jennifer does drink, and it probably is an on-camera thing at excess. Like, to me, it's nothing. I don't drink, but if you're gonna drink, it's nothing wrong with getting warm or even getting a little. Oh my Lord, you stand up and and
you like, ooh,
yeah, somebody gotta take me home.
Yeah.
But to be so drunk where you can't stand up and it has happened more than once on camera, no, you should not do that. And also, let me say this. I do agree with Jennifer when she says that Margaret is projecting her mother on her.
Yes, because Margaret's mom, Smart Senior, right?
Yeah.
I've heard, so, but I feel like it was such a good episode.
Yeah, but it's been every episode has been good. I don't know what it's rate. I don't understand why its ratings is low because Jersey is on fire.
Well, they were just a little bit lower than Atlanta. They were like 1.1, I think. Do I have theirs? I don't know. I tried to take screenshots of all of them.
I can't believe Atlanta's still up there.
Atlanta's still up there. I don't know what was okay. I don't know. So is that all that we're going to talk about in New Jersey? Anything else that happened that was
that's all that I can remember.
So let's get to Atlanta then. So do y'all want to cover the reunion looks first? I don't remember what happened on the show.
Oh my God, I forgot about the reunion looks actually. When is the reunion? A month away or so?
I think they have maybe 2 more episodes. I think they have the one tonight. There's a Christmas one, and I think it may be one more after that. I could be wrong. But I don't. Do you remember what happened on the show? Let's see. I have notes. Let's see. What happened?
Oh my God.
Louisiana. They were on in Louisiana trip. That's all I know. That's all I wrote.
Oh yeah. They went to Louisiana. When they got there, Kenya upgraded her room to a suite because she had Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Because she had a regular room. She didn't like it. And
nobody else brought their kids, right?
No, though they wanted the choice. They wanted the choice and they wanted to cry about it. They didn't want to bring them. And I understand that, even though you don't want, you still want the choice, I guess.
New Orleans, and what's interesting to me, New Orleans wouldn't have been the trip to bring your child on. South Carolina would have been, because that's a slower place and you're at beachfront. I can see bringing the child at South Carolina because everything was going to be done in the house. When you go to New Orleans, you ain't staying in the house.
Well, Portia
you
said
moving the whole time.
Portia was honest on something. She said, I really didn't want to bring her. I wanted to have a girls trip, but I wanted the choice. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
So I think, but I don't know anything else that happened, but
the only big thing.
Oh, I do have something. Go. What you got?
Kind of interesting was Marlo and
Portia.
They kind of stayed back to talk a little bit, and their situation really isn't resolved because I think I kind of agree. I'm on Portia's side on this because one of the things that Portia doesn't care if her friends are friends with Kenya, because if you think about it, Shamia is friends.
Shamia's a very good friend to Kenya.
To Kenya. And but both of them want to demand some kind of loyalty, because if you remember when Kenya went off on Shamia in the car, in that van, and said, you switch up when you're in front of her. No, you just want me to be on your team here.
Yeah, they both are doing that to each other. I wish this Portia Kenya stuff would stop.
Dungeon.
I wish it would too, but it's not. There's too much.
The Portia Kenya stuff is getting old.
Yeah,
it's getting old. They gotta stop. One of them gotta go, or they gotta get along.
Portia's last year,
I
think
heard
this
that
is
she's
Portia's
done.
last
She's
book.
over it. So another thing,
Yeah.
what I wanted to talk about was, what did you think about Drew? Because Latoya was like, I don't want to drink, and she was like, why are you not drinking?
Yeah,
And
I like Drew, but I thought that
was
so
wrong.
it was real tacky, and she basically admitted why she brought it up, because of the whole church thing. It's like, well, why do you want to put her on Front Street like that, though? So I thought that was childish. I like Drew too. Joy, I like her too, but she's really doing a little bit too much to try and shade people or come at Kenya or something. And I'm not sure that how that's going to fare out for her.
I think that she just does it to
It's
everybody,
a Toya
though. Like,
thing, and I don't think Toya's coming back, because I think Toya
she's done.
She texted,
That's
I'm going back to
actually cool.
YouTube. Yeah, she said, I'm done. I'm going back to YouTube.
Now, what did she do on
I
YouTube?
think
I don't know.
Because I heard that and I thought, okay, so she must have had some kind of life on YouTube that I don't know about.
Wasn't
she
them
must have
YouTube
had a
people.
good following.
Yeah, that's how they found her. She was a YouTuber. That's why I said, we got to get on YouTube, honey. We're going to make us some money some kind of way. I don't know how. We need to see what she So let's get to these reunion looks. So here's just a little thing, and then I have some individual ones. So who's your favorite?
Okay, so just the thing was, this was supposed to be a dungeon thing.
Dungeon. Yeah. Welcome to the dungeon.
As who, first of all,
burlesque.
I think
burlesque feeling dungeony type thing.
Yeah. I think Portia looks nice. It looks very similar to the dress she wore at Kim's. I mean, at Cynthia's wedding. I think 1, 2, and 3 look appropriate. Yeah. I would say that Shamia would look appropriate, but that hair is so
right here.
And the earrings are so 1980 something.
I think Kenya.
I
agree. The first 3, they're appropriate. Kenya, she's the bomb to me. Candy, this is not a good picture of that outfit on Candy. I don't know if I have a better one. I did see her in some. I posted some on the page too.
Let me look. Okay.
I did see others of her, and she really did look pretty. The outfit is crazy, but that's a horrible shot right there. She looked, because that one she looks thick, and her thighs look really like they don't fit.
Yeah, they look like they are screaming.
But in her other pictures, she looks beautiful. She looks especially for this to be her field, technically, she came in looking the bomb, and I thought her hair was beautiful. I like that old school 20s. What's the lady's name? Cat Van Diet or something like that? She said that's where she got the idea from.
I don't see one that looks good that you sent.
Toya, I don't know what she thought she was going to.
Can you pull up the post on the Facebook page?
Let's see.
But Drew don't look bad. But
Drew, to me,
she played.
Which Facebook page, Callie? Which one? Whose Facebook page? Ours or another one?
Ours. No, your other one, not the chatted up, but the original one.
Okay, I'll look. I think I have.
Burlesque? Oh, I guess it's.
I think I have that one. Let me see if it's wrong. Let me know. But another thing I was thinking, like, the reason I think everybody looks actually okay. Like, some reunions, people just look horrible. I feel like Atlanta always gets it right. Even if people get it wrong, they still better than most. But the reason I feel like Kenya really looks good is because how much she weighed at the start of the season. Is this the one or is it another one?
Well, no, that's a perfect example. I think Candy looks great right there. She looks slim. She
looks good.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Chocolate buttery. She looks a lot better there. And she also addressed the fact that people were thinking negative of her outfit. So she posted a video on Instagram with just so you could see it better. She said it was a lot prettier than that picture that
because I feel like Marlo's
I heard her say that she felt like they posted an ugly picture.
Yeah, they did. I mean, come on. Did somebody not like her or what? Because that side looked like it was about to burst out of them Daisy Dukes.
I feel like Marlo looks good standing up. Sitting down, it didn't look as good. But standing up, she looked good.
She looks beautiful. I love that.
That just don't look like something you would wear out.
Well,
it doesn't look like something you would wear when you're going to be on TV.
Right. I got you.
Yeah.
But she looks good. Her body looks good. Her hair is pretty. I like that hair.
Yeah, like
length.
It's not that it looks bad on her. No, but yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think they all look good. I think for all of them to have that COVID weight they had, because they all did.
Right.
Yeah.
To what they look like now, I need their money because they slimmed down really, really well. Here's the Louisiana picture. I feel like they all look like friends. So
And
do
we
you
all
think
know that's
they
a lie.
really fight as much as they portray? Because right here they look happy. They look like
Oh,
they're
I didn't notice Shamia.
Where is that at? In New Orleans?
This is when they were getting on the
Where is
bus.
that at?
Remember, now Drew, that outfit is horrible. But what I say, Portia like a Teletubby. But it's
Is
just
that the outfit you meant when you said,
Yes.
oh my goodness, child?
you can't
Okay.
say that don't look like
Cynthia
Pinky
looked-
Wink.
It's overly casual.
Yeah. But I
It
feel
is
like they
what it
all look pretty. I
Yeah,
feel like
they look
Atlanta has a very pretty cast, just like Potomac. They really do.
Yeah.
Anything else with them?
Nope.
Okay, so Joy.
Where
we
we
go.
at, girl? Oh Lord, we must be on Potomac.
No,
Oh,
Love and
no.
Marriage, Huntsville.
Huntsville.
I mean, not
Yeah.
Punch. That's what I meant, huh? Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
so what you thinking about Huntsville, y'all? What is y'all's true?
Are we talking about the behind the scenes show last
behind?
night?
I don't have any photos from that. I didn't even get any. But what do you think for the behind?
Kimmy, okay, so I'll tell you a couple of things that I felt like was clear. What the rumor must be true about when they first started filming first season, they had broken up. And
Right.
they filmed the pilot. Then they broke up. She found out he was cheating again. But Carlos said, first day of filming, Melanie mentions this affair. And so let's be clear. Tisha already knew, so you knew Marcel knew, and now she's out of 10. Kimmy and Maurice already knew.
Yeah.
So here it is, a situation that nobody had intended to ever talk about on camera.
Are
If
you
it was
sure?
gonna come out,
Okay.
I don't know if you can say that's true,
No.
Joy.
You can't say
I
that's
said,
true.
I don't
It's not
think
true.
that they-
As soon
Wait
as
a minute.
her and Tish
Wait a
fell
minute.
out, it was gonna be all about Martell and
Wait a minute.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that that's what you intended. In other words, if you go onto a show and you're somebody's friend, you don't intend to talk about it. Now, when things fall apart, that might be the first thing to come to your mind. Okay, let me just say this. At that point, everybody was good. Nobody was planning on talking about this affair. Melanie, first episode, first day of filming, according to Carlos King, the executive producer, Melanie mentions this affair. So that it kind of gives a better clue, or a better, in my opinion, a better reason or excuse or whatever why Tisha and Marcel, who probably already knew about it, thought, okay, so since we joking about it, let's talk about it. I can see it now, because Melanie, you're the one that's bringing it, because everybody knows that when we're sitting up here watching the show, we don't know that the respectable cheating conversation is just a conversation. We don't know that. They know it's not just a conversation.
They know it's not. Yeah, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So
I get what you're saying.
Now that you're bringing it to the forefront, it's just like there are things you and I may talk about privately that I may not ever talk about on this show. Sure. But if you're talking about it, then I think it's okay to talk about it. But you just
found out about it. She didn't. Okay, so she didn't come on the show with it in mind to say, I'm just going to go out there and spill all of our cheating business. She didn't do that. It sounds like that's what you believe. Is that right?
I'm not saying that was going to be her intention, but she did do just that.
And the reason that she did that, the reason that she did that is
wait a minute. This wasn't mid-filming. That is more important than anything. Carlos said the first day of filming. That is important. It's one thing if this had been itching at you and this was boiling and you felt like you couldn't take it no more. She came out with this cheating first episode.
Because
I know she.
That's when she found out about it. That's when she found out about it.
She already knew this wasn't the first. No.
Okay, she did not already know. So let me ask you this real quick.
She did.
No, she didn't. when we talked about this last week, you were really set on believing somebody who had nothing to do with it over the people that were actually a part of this. So why would you believe Carlos over Melody?
What do you mean by that? Okay, this is how I
Melody
feel.
said-
What do you mean?
Well, look, you said Carlos said it was done on the first day, right? Carlos said it was the very first day of filming. So let's be crystal clear. That has, that's what.
That is.
Okay,
That's
so
what
Melody
he said.
says. Melody said the reason that happened is because she had just found out that they were still seeing each other as the cameras were rolling. So she said she didn't
see each other.
See, this is what happened. You didn't watch the interviews. I can tell Jordan didn't watch the interview. So this is what happened.
But
In 2017,
it sounds like it wouldn't matter because Joy believes that Carlos knows more about Melody's life than Melody does.
No, I don't
know. I didn't watch. I didn't watch the Tasha interview.
Okay, can I tell you what?
So I don't understand why you just said that then, because she said in 2017 she found out about it and it had been going on for 2 years. Okay. Then right before they were about to film and it got picked up, she found out it was still going on
while they were filming.
Exactly.
Right, so and Carlos convinced. Okay, listen.
Sit there and say, let's just go right in on it. She didn't do that the way that you're making it sound. Those were raw emotions.
Yeah, it was raw emotions.
Know the affair had picked back up.
Yeah.
So when you sit and think she did it on day one as if it was intentional, it wasn't intentional.
It wasn't
unless Carlos or somebody intentionally told her about it at that time. That's not how she went into it, which is different than what you're saying Carlos said. Now Carlos King is Carlos King. He's not Melody. So why we believe Carlos over Melody.
So wait a minute. So we're saying that Carlos is lying when he said that in between the pilot and before they even shot the first episode, that Melanie called him and said, I just found out that Martell is cheating on me. So you're saying that's a lie.
That's the truth. She found out he was cheating on her. Okay. And I think right then and there, she should have said, I don't want to do this show. That is true. Exactly. She just should have said, I don't want to do it. But
she said the reason she didn't
because Carlos said we're gonna handle it in a respectable way.
Right. They were already filming. The contracts were already signed.
They were already signed.
Easy way to back out.
And I feel like when you are in this, I don't know if she really and truly wanted it to come out, but I think something happened before that
that's
dinner.
When she found out about it. She said
something happened before that dinner. So we don't know the backstory to all that, Joy. You're just filling in what you believe happened before that.
Okay, and
it's based on Carlos
different language. I don't know if we talking. I feel like we talking different languages or something.
Oh my goodness!
Because if you're saying that she already knew that she had been cheating, she found out about it 2 years ago, but he claims she wanted to believe that she gets back with him. They filmed this pilot that Carlos is trying to find somebody to buy, and after they film the pilot, she calls him and says, yo, this thing happened. I found out he's cheating on me. He tells her, yo, Miss Winfrey just bought this.
Right.
And he was like, well, what do you want us to do? And he did say he would try to handle it respectfully or whatever, but then they started filming. And when you start filming, the very first day of filming, she decided to spill her tea. She has every right to spill the tea. Yes. That's not my issue. My issue and my only issue with her even saying it on the first day of filming is that she inadvertently changed the trajectory of this show. She
did it, or Martell did it? Martell really changed the trajectory of this show. Because he was not a devoted husband.
Joy, let me ask you a really quick question.
He wasn't a good husband.
I've never taken that away, but she put it out there.
But he did too. He put it in there. He put it in there, and it wasn't in her. Let's play that.
Yeah, but
he put it in there. He put it in somebody's mouth, whatever he wanted to do.
Look, you're on a reality show. Somebody was possibly going to find this out and expose it anyway.
They were
in due time. But you have a choice as his wife. If you decided to stay with, this is the part that doesn't compute with my head. If I decided to stay with my guy, who I knew had cheated on me, I don't understand putting something like that out front, which is only going to cause tension between
I'm gonna
you
tell
and
you
him.
why she probably did it. She probably was
I
like,
don't
if people
understand
know,
because it feels like to me she's been trying. That feels like to me that is a punishment on him. Like you cheated, we handled it privately.
Joy
but
likes
we're
Martell.
handling
Joy,
it now
maybe you're
publicly.
forgetting that he put his penis in someone else while he was married. Was that a
And
punishment
and
on
you-
her? Was that a punishment
No,
on
but
her?
she
Joy
had a
feels like-
choice. But
Oh
I
my
think you all
God,
understand.
Joy.
She had a choice. If my man cheats on me, I have a choice. And that choice would be to cut that dude off and move on with my life. It's not get back with him, film or be on national TV and tell all his business.
so you didn't want the show to happen, basically, is what you're saying.
Okay, so that's different.
So she don't want the show to
Don't
happen.
understand.
Joy, that's different than what you said last week. What you said last week is Mel should have did a little
No, I
bit
didn't.
more. You did not say that.
No,
I don't know.
no. If you listen to me, I specifically talk about a covering wife. If you don't want to cover him, don't be with him.
And if you don't want
I
to
don't
cover
think-
her,
bottom of my
don't
heart.
marry her. If you
Well,
don't
I just
wanna
feel
be
like
covering
this.
her
Listen.
husband,
He
Oh,
don't
Lord.
marry the chick.
Melanie
What is up with
allowed
that?
him. Once she found out for 3 more years, she knew he was cheating on him.
She
Cheating on
thought
her.
it
According
ended,
to
and they were working things out, and she didn't know that they had
couldn't
started back
be.
up.
She said they were. She said they were still going on trips. She said they were still doing stuff. She
was
said
doing
she was still,
everything.
they were still doing
Lovey-dovey,
everything
wovey.
together. I don't know if she's
I
lying.
hate to call girl coleslaw, but I don't want to say her name.
She might have been
According
lying.
to the girl, she said every time at some point that Martell was popping up at her house, she would call him and tell
Right,
her all
okay.
the things that they did
We know
in
that.
detail. Melanie knew.
Okay.
Melanie,
Marie,
and she chose. Melanie only left. I'm totally convinced of this because that girl got pregnant.
Okay,
If that
so
girl hadn't been
I
pregnant,
think she would have stayed.
she left.
She
She
still
left
would have stayed.
before she knew the girl was pregnant, Joy.
She did,
left
didn't she?
before
She
knew
did
the girl
leave
was
before she
pregnant.
knew. That is
She
true.
did.
She made that clear in the thing. She said she was
She made
tired.
it very
of him.
clear. She
She
left
did.
in April. She didn't find out about Ariel having that baby until months later. So she had already
But they were
left.
together on Mother's Day.
No, she said that she left. She said
Oh my
she left in January, I think. She found out in May that she was pregnant.
So why do you think everybody else is lying except for Melody? That is a trip. You think
I
Ariel
didn't say
is
that I
telling
thought
the
that
truth?
Melanie's.
Or correction. You think
No,
Melody's the only
I'm
one
not
lying
saying that
and
Melanie is
lying?
lying. We're saying the same story. I'm just seeing it through a different lens.
We're
Melanie
not saying
claimed
the same story. We're not saying the same story.
I don't know what the story is. I don't know what's
Wow.
different. Well, what's
So
different?
do you believe Coleslaw when she said that she called Melanie and told her every time?
I don't think she called her every time. I'm sure she called her. Do I believe that she called her? Yes, because she admitted that. Even she admitted that the girl was calling her on the phone and they was having a relationship. Martell even said that to the guys. They be talking on the phone, checking notes. That was in the argument when they was at the park. They be talking to each other on the phone. Yes. She didn't deny that.
No, she didn't deny that. So this is why I feel like she told it. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel like she told. Melanie knew that. I think she thought if she made it public, that Martell would be ashamed and he would stop. She did not realize that he didn't care if it was public or private. He was gonna cheat. I don't care. I know you say that Melody, if she would have done this or if she would have done that, or if she would have been at home or she would have or whatever, he wouldn't have cheated on her. I don't believe that. I feel like if she was hanging from the chandelier, doing backflips or whatever, he still would have cheated because he wanted.
Yeah, he would have.
That is his excuse for cheating.
I don't think that if she had done, I don't think that. I don't think.
Oh my gosh, Joy! He's got sexual demons. He has sexual freaking demons. That is who he is. I'm sorry.
Joy,
I know you like him.
Listen to this, Joy. So
you like him. I understand.
Martell asked Melody, "You ain't talked to your old lady friends yet?" Well, what you mean? What I gotta talk to my old lady friend? I mean, so they could have told you that this is just what men do.
This is what we do.
And Melody said, well, no, I don't need to hear that from them. No, have you talked to your old men mentors? Yeah, I have. Okay, what they tell you? They said, be sure to get some contracts signed, some non-disclosures. Be sure to do this and be sure to do that. So everything he was told was to how to keep all your side chicks and not get caught. He never had it in his mind to not cheat. He only had it in his mind to try not to get busted. And we see he made an epic
do a better job.
What is so frustrating is that you and others, not just specifically you, but at this point, since it's just the 3 plus anyone else, for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 3 years for that matter, you were putting the blame on Melody.
I'm not putting the blame on Melanie.
Well, you said Melanie
the blame that I place on Melanie. Look, the blame that I put on Melanie is her staying. It's hard for me. I can't in my mind. I don't understand the woman that finds out her guy is cheating and you decide to take him back. You know you find out he's cheating again and continues to cheat for 3 more years. And you're silent about it, but at the same time, you're trying to shame him about it. And then
women do it all the time,
okay.
I don't understand it.
Well, she talked about that too. She said that she really felt like
right or wrong. I don't understand that female.
She said that she
my
really.
Whole thing is if I'm going to stay with my cheating husband that I know is sleeping with another woman, I ain't telling nobody. That's
so she's not supposed to believe him when he says he's not cheating. He's trying. So when she hears about it later, saying that he was lying the whole time, she's not ever supposed to believe that when he says, I'm not cheating, even though she might have it in the back of her mind. Okay, well, I'm going to go with this because I want to save my family. So that now they're recording and it comes up on TV. She's not supposed to give him another opportunity because, according to you, had she done more to cover her husband, then we wouldn't be in this situation now. But you're missing out on the whole point. Had he done more to cover his wife, we wouldn't be here. So the fact that we are here and everything is getting pushed on the fact that Melody did wrong, Ariella, Ola, whoever she is, talks nothing but the truth. Martell said this, Carlos said this. Melody is just sitting here, some long lost suffering wife or something that doesn't do anything right. I take major offense with that, but I don't know.
Take it.
I just happen to.
You can take it.
I think as a woman,
I don't think that's what I'm saying.
I don't think that's what I'm saying. You've been married with forever. I think you should have enough respect to at least believe a little bit of what she's saying. Everything we talked about.
It's not that I don't believe her. I don't. It's hard for me to understand what her game was. I don't. Now you offered Martinique the only thing that's even reasonable to my head is to say that maybe she thought if it was public, maybe he would say, okay, I've had enough. Let me walk away from this. I don't, and then you're still with him. You know this man at some point, it was undoubtedly that he was with Ariana. It was undoubtedly. I mean, one of the things that I can't ever forget, and this is way before this woman even got pregnant. I remember when they went to A&M's homecoming. I remember that episode very, very well. And she was talking about him eating that ice cream and what she was with him physically that day. Ariana was. And then you gonna get pregnant by this guy. I couldn't imagine me knowing my husband is sleeping with somebody and I'm still sleeping with you without a condom.
I agree.
That doesn't make sense to me.
But I mean, when you're the wife, you don't. I think that she shouldn't have never slept with him without a condom.
But
I would not have.
This man is sleeping with somebody else, and not only that, you're shifting and saying that she put all of his business out there, possibly to shame him into staying. This woman went on Twitter.
I didn't say that.
He did.
Who said that?
Crazy sexual things to her. I remember specifically. And listen, I'm gonna say this. She flat out said that I forgot the term for this sexual thing, but let's say he was hungry. She actually tweeted it. More
he
so
tweeted
that
it, or
day,
I'm confused. Who tweeted it?
Ariane that day tweeted eating ice cream today on TV. That same day he was eating meat.
See, she's wrong too. That heifer
On
is
natural
child.
meat, on natural. There's no way.
That's
No way, what?
If that's what you decide to, if that's what you decide to do, I can't. That's what you decide to do. But you.
Why
can't
did he
ask
stay with
for
this
my
woman
sympathy, 'cause
though?
I
If she's disrespecting, so disrespectful. You said Melody shouldn't have put it out there, but this woman is also putting stuff out there that he's doing to her.
Oh, and she.
That is
I
like.
agree.
So
And
why
she's
the
even
world
wrong
would Martell, as a man who has a wife who wants nobody else to know what he's doing in public, allow his side
with
piece
her.
to say this stuff too? Like did he
Continue with her.
Oh,
And
why did
that's
he
when
continue with her?
knew. She said, look, and that's when she said, this is around the same time. And it could have even been within a series of days when Ariane said, every time your husband leave her, she said, moving forward, I'm going to call you. I remember that.
Why did he stay with her?
Said,
Why? That's crazy. So he allowed this woman to call his wife.
It wasn't on Twitter. It was on Instagram. Every time your man leave her,
That's what Ariane said.
This makes Martell worse that he kept messing with this chick.
She said that to Melody said, okay, girl, let's go have a drink.
It was no doubt in her mind that they were still seeing each other. And you still.
Then why would she need Ariel to tell? Okay, if there's no doubt in her mind, why would she need Ariel to tell her that they're cheating if there's no doubt in her mind that they're cheating?
It just gets crazier by
the it sounds to me if Ariel was going to say something like that, it sounds to me if Ariel's going to say something like that, it would probably come along with, no, we're not messing around anymore. If he tries to hit me or, hook up with me, I'll let you know. I'll call you then. But no, sister, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Other than that, if I'm so sure you cheating, what I need Ariola to call me for?
Oh, I can't. This Ariola girl is horrible.
I don't know. She said, y'all don't remember that on Instagram? Her saying every time he called me, I'm calling you. Tell your man to stop talking. Because at some point, they were not seeing each other. And that's when she started doing
so you
all
do
of
acknowledge
these interviews.
You do acknowledge
it ain't no acknowledgement. I knew it. I watched it in real time.
This is crazy.
She was doing all of those interviews.
I'm so happy she left him.
In real time. Some things didn't play out on the show. That's why it was hard for me. Look, if you're in it's kind of like a situation where you watch your friend get beat up, but she keep crawling to get back to this guy, and eventually, as a friend, it's hard for you to watch it. So you just totally walk away from that person because that's a hard thing to do, to sit there and watch your friend. You know it's being abused, but they want to keep going back. You have to let that thing play out. I've never said that Martell was right. I said over and over again, Martell had choices and he picked the wrong one. I've said that numerous of times.
Oh my God.
The difference, the thing that I have is just, I don't understand Melanie's mindset. And it's a Wendy Williams mindset. Wendy Williams said she was okay with Kevin having all those affairs. She knew about it. She found panties. She knew about the girl. She wrote on a garage door. She knew it. She only had a problem with it when he brought home the baby. So she could deal with affairs. I don't understand that woman. I don't.
This is crazy. I just can't believe that he's still talking to this chick that did all this to his and
y'all haven't been listening to her recent tweet.
I got her. I got one of them. Hold on. I don't know.
Because now she's really emboldened.
What? Yeah. Okay. So she
was allegedly.
Here they go. I don't know if it's more.
Those are the two that I know of.
How
you gonna call me a blank when you was a married woman in a hotel sucking whatever? And
Melody didn't even call her that. So where did that come from? Because Melody didn't call her that.
The fact that we're even giving Ariola so much of our attention just kills me.
I don't give her anything.
as if Ariola's really out there still talking to Melody. Melody is carving out time in her busy schedule to keep up with Martell's side chicken.
You do know that an areola is a
right here,
breast, right?
That's what she is, an areola. But I don't understand why. But right now they say he's living with her, like he's broke and he's living with her. Do you believe that he's living with? That he stole $17,000 from her?
I believe it. Yep.
Well, according to him, he said you took $250,000 out of our joint account.
Do you believe that?
He took $17,000 out of the joint account.
I don't believe she did that either. Do you believe that she's had the kids for a whole month?
Listen,
I'm just asking what you believe.
Melanie is angry.
You don't seem too angry to me.
You don't seem angry in these interviews. She seems very relieved.
She's handling her business.
But she could be very good at PR. And I'm going to say that she was a teacher.
That girl
is in the interview. She's actually
seems like
and if that's all we're seeing from her,
well, Joy has a very bad view of Melody.
She don't sound like she mad to
She
me.
don't believe Melody is a lot of stuff.
She
But do you think
you telling people not to do business with him? Remember that?
Now, why would she do
said,
that?
Stop telling people to do business with me. And why
Did
you
she
take
say
all
she
of
did
the
that and we believe in
$250,000?
he didn't say she did that, but he said it. Okay,
so we're believing Martell.
Yeah, she believes Martell more than Melanie. So, and that's fine. It's Joy's right though, Callie. It's her right to believe Martell.
He said it directly to her.
But she didn't say I did or I didn't.
I did.
He said he also called her a whore.
She's done. She's over it. I think he says a lot of stuff to get a rise out of her.
Martell has been saying all kind of stuff.
Do you believe her when she said that he didn't do anything for them for Christmas?
Yes,
and he's not helping her financially at all with the kids, and she's.
I believe that he doesn't have any money. When's the last? He was counting on that money from the 47 acres. The 47 acres
they were together at Christmas.
It's not happening.
They were together at Christmas.
Which Christmas you talking about?
They were together at Christmas.
No, they were not together. They were not.
The last Christmas
he was with Ariola because she was pregnant. He came over for a few.
So you're saying
he came over for 5
Christmas together?
What?
They took, if y'all remember, they had, unless this really is a lie, because they had that baby at Christmas time. Remember they did that whole PR stunt where they pretended like they were being interviewed, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm going into labor," and then Martell comes out. That was at Christmas time. They haven't had a Christmas. Okay, y'all asked about Christmas. I said they haven't had a Christmas separated, unless you're trying to say that when she had the baby that they weren't together at Christmas time.
Martell
that she left in January.
And the kids.
I don't know how
but they were together in December.
They took a picture together, right?
They filmed together in January. The month of January, they filmed. If you Google the
but that was a fake, Joy. They were faking. Wait a minute. It was a fake.
Her opening for her makeup line, whatever that was, in January. So they were together. Then they filmed.
Okay.
Yeah, she said, but they weren't together anymore. That's what she said. I don't know if
you're talking about January 2021 or January.
I'm talking about Christmas. I don't know how we got into
2021.
In December.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah, 2021.
It's possible. Christmas,
yeah, 2021.
2020. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Christmas 2020, they may not have been together. I was thinking 2019.
No, 2020. She said that they were not together. He did not give them any Christmas gifts. She took that she's been having them for 4 weeks, and he's supposed to have them this week, but he didn't come. And I feel like because he don't have nowhere to take them.
To me, this is where both of them are extremely immature here. Who goes on? I don't understand why he does this bull crap, and I don't understand why she does. Why would she decide to take pictures of her and her babies and say working on week 3? I don't understand that kind of. It's just certain things. Both of them are immature and taking this to the point where we know everything in real time. It's insane to me.
I think because she said people like you who say that she shouldn't be working so much and that she don't take care of her kids and that she ain't there enough and she's unstable and she's not with them. She's proving to y'all that that's not the case. I'm just telling you that's why she's doing it. She's proving to
Yeah,
y'all.
because she's had her children 4 weeks in a row. Okay.
But they have split custody. He's not doing his part. He said he was doing everything, but I'm showing you this ain't the truth. I'm going to show you that that's not the truth. We have
and so then she was asked in her interview question, she was asked, so Melody, you know, how are you able to stay so calm? Why are we seeing you go off, blow up? What's really going on? She said, look, it's not just about me, it's about my kids. And you know, for the record, I work for the Oprah Winfrey Network. I'm not gonna be out here acting no complete fool. So the girl is trying to handle her business respectfully. And that just seems to be really getting ignored because Areola is out here not wearing nipple paste or something. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The attention that these other people are getting.
Respectfully, see, I don't consider that respectfully. Respectfully would be, I wouldn't know her business. Or
respectfully what?
You have to. She's a reality star, Joy. What do you expect these reality people to do?
Respectfully.
We wouldn't have nothing to talk about if they didn't do this kind of stuff. That's why they do it, for us to talk about it.
How many stars have we ever seen that has gone through public divorces that have broke up while they were on a TV show, but we didn't know their every move? You can't say you're doing things respectfully when I know what weeks Martell is doing wrong and I didn't like it when Martell had his kids in the car talking about Melanie or whether or not her children were being bathed. I don't like that. That's not respectful.
But you believed it. You believed it. You believed that she was too busy. So you believed it. So she's proving you wrong. I'm not too busy. I'm with my kids. I'm working so hard because I want to leave a legacy for my kids.
She breathes life in that, though. You do realize that she's breathing life into that. If
into what?
What's she breathing life into?
If somebody says something about me and I'm going to address it to prove that he's a bad person or he's not doing his part.
He was a bad person, though. She never said that about him.
If it's not that she's saying he's a bad person, but she's trying to prove that she is a happy mom or a great mom, and he's a neglectful father. She's supposed to prove that he's a neglectful father. That's what you say. Being respectful is.
What did he say? What did she say about him that was neglectful?
I don't know where Joy getting this from. She said she was so good to him. She even said those tweets wasn't his, that girl is doing. She said that's not how he tweets. I don't believe that's him. She was I don't know if she does not talk bad about him. When they say, did she take care of him financially? She said, I don't want to talk about it. All I know is my kids are taken care of. She has
lady that's sending out those tweets now. What's her name,
how he is about her. So I don't understand what you mean. He says so many things about her that are just downright horrible.
What's her name? Yeah, Joy. What's that girl's name? I
don't like me.
Her name is Marcella Holiday or something like that. The girl that's sending out all these recent tweets about Martell.
Yeah, that's the girl who she said she did not believe that was Martell.
Right. So she's out here telling all this stuff, and Mel is like, you know, I don't know. We're not married. I don't know all his stuff, but that doesn't sound like the Martell that I know. So she's not really out here trying to trash him, because think about that. You've been divorced for 5 minutes and somebody else says, hey, did you hear you got another little stepchild out there somewhere? That is a perfect opportunity, if she were wanting to trash somebody, for her to just go all in and say, ain't he this or ain't. But what did she do? That don't sound like the man I was married to. I don't believe that to be true. I could be wrong, but she didn't trash him. So she's doing, in my opinion, the most that she can to be as respectful. Now, mind you, she's had a whole lot of interviews with everybody, child. Lord Jesus, I'm so over them interviews.
Exactly.
One of the reasons is because she's trying to sell her song.
It's because she's on a promotion tour for her song.
She's on a promotional tour.
And that's what people want to talk about, because she don't want to talk about it. She said, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All I keep saying is this girl will do 10 interviews because she's been on a mission. He ain't did one yet. But when he
nobody wants to talk to him, Joy. He's been trying to do them, and nobody wants to talk to him. He even tried to call him the funky. Nobody wants to talk to Martell right now. He would be doing all the interviews in the world if somebody want to talk to him. Nobody wants to talk to him. Funky didn't even call him back. Nobody wants to talk to him right now. They just don't.
Oh, I would love to interview him.
Well, let's call him up and see if he'll come over.
I'm sure he'll log right in from Areola's kitchen floor somewhere.
If you don't quit calling that woman a titty ring,
But I
don't
think
know
that she
what
got
I'm
all this
gonna do.
press because she wants to promote her album. She
Yeah.
really, that's what it is. I don't think she really cares.
I listened to that song 3 times back to back, and all I kept hearing is it is something off. She added
It's something off.
lines that didn't rhyme.
It's-
yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you, Joy.
and
Thank you,
so-
To
Joy.
make it
It is off
fit.
Well,
me.
that reminded me, Joy. You remember when you said you thought it was wrong for her kids to be singing that song about their daddy? Did you say
I
that?
didn't say it was wrong.
You didn't say that.
I didn't say
You
it
That
didn't
was
was
say
somebody
that?
in the group, though.
Oh, somebody else mentioned that.
I
they thought
didn't
it was
necessarily
bad for
think
the
it was
kids to be
wrong.
singing.
Because I mean, you're a kid. You don't
You're
necessarily
singing your
know what
mama's
you've been
song.
doing.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
thought wasn't appropriate is that it was filmed.
Well, all I was going to
You
say to
all-
that is that
You
she
all
asked the
keep- look,
kids.
It's a lot of things that I just don't think that they should expose on a camera.
Yeah, I
Their
didn't even
life
watch
is
the little girl
open
singing.
book, where it's past a reality show. This is stuff that's happening off camera. That's where it becomes over. And look, I've been here for it, but every time I do it, I'm shaking my head.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
but I
telling
like
you, a
too
lot of
far.
these shows are getting really big ratings off of stuff that happened off camera. If you think
That's
about
why
it.
they do
'Cause we
it.
wouldn't have known nothing about what's the boxer, the girl from Potomac? We wouldn't have known nothing about her and that personal trainer because all that was off the show.
Oh,
So
Monique.
it's a whole lot of stuff
Call her the
happening off the
boxer.
show that we got that's keeping these seasons moving.
However,
You know?
whatever.
You don't
What's her
call her the
name?
boxer.
I'm
Why
sick
you
of-
call
Yeah.
her the
Look, I'm
boxer?
sick of
I
y'all
think it's her name.
and Huntsville. Look.
That is hilarious.
What is
She
her
don't call
name?
her the boxer.
Oh, Monique Samuels. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
honey.
binder,
But
the binder
okay,
girl.
let's see. So,
Mhm.
okay, what do y'all think about Marceau?
Did y'all,
and all of
can we talk about that they mentioned Monique's name in an episode of This Is Us?
They didn't mention her name. They showed a clip of her,
Oh, they
And
said
he
she wasn't
actually
gonna
said,
apologize.
don't be a Monique.
and he said,
No,
"Don't be a
and he
Monique."
said, don't be a Monique.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But she act like she was featured on the
Yeah, I
show.
mean-
I'm like, no.
She didn't understand.
She didn't understand what happened. She thought it was a compliment.
I will say I have not heard a lot from her lately. It's been kind of refreshing because for a while she was on overload. We had a binder conversation at 9, 1 at 2, 1 at 10, 1 at 11. Then she got that little video, which is, you know. But now we
yeah.
haven't heard her name in a while. It's been
I
kind
don't
of
think the
refreshing.
binder thing did too good.
It didn't. But whatever she does,
Oh, she
going
did
forward,
something
she-
with the binder.
Mhm,
She
she
actually
did.
had a binder
Yes.
show.
Yeah.
Yes. Binder
I
diaries.
didn't know that.
And I don't think, and she was charging people. I don't think people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monique.
Okay,
But
well, let's
I
get back.
think she's been quiet long enough that if she now comes out with something new, like really, really new, not a binder chapter, you know, I think she'll still get some interest.
So what do y'all think about Marceau and
Whatever.
all about the? Oh, I want to go back to behind the scenes. What did you think about when they showed where is her name Tisha met with Kawawa,
Tisha.
whoever her name is, and was talking about Kimmy?
Oh,
You know they claim that they weren't talking about Kim.
well.
But you
Okay.
believe
I
Carlos on the
they
other
wasn't-
stuff?
I
You
didn't
believe
watch
Carlos
that
them
part.
on it?
Girl, if Carlo,
I'm not saying that it is or not. I'm just telling you what they said. I really didn't care. I just found it interesting that Kimmy laid out a thing that's saying that, hey, you asking for loyalty from me, but you're not even willing to get loyalty. Because my whole thing is she could have met with Kiowa in general. She shouldn't have met with her on camera, period.
I can't believe
Because
she
I
did that.
understand, if my understanding, they may have known each other when you know, that was her previous sister-in-law. She had every right to see her, hang out with her, hug her on her, whatever. And to my understanding, Maurice considers her older daughters or her, I know it's a girl, an older daughter, his daughter. And she shouts out to him like on like Father's Day and stuff.
Kimmy?
So
Kawawa has older kids.
Kawawa. Okay.
Okay, I don't know her name.
Iowa has older kids. So yeah, so you can, so I could get that they were part of their lives. So I have no problem with Tisha maintaining a
that's a lie,
relationship
Joy,
or
because
seeing her because she was in pain.
that's a lie because she even said they were talking about Tish in the clip Kimmy in the clip they showed.
I'm not saying that it's true.
Yeah, but Tish lying about that. She's a little liar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, duh. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
You had get no talk back with me
It
because
seems
not
so
only is she a
stressful
liar,
to
I've been
be.
telling y'all she's sneaky. She's
Yeah,
sneaky.
yeah. It seems stressful
She's
to be in
really
her group or whatever, because if you don't follow certain things she thinks you need to do, she's gonna pull you up to the side and say, "Why am I not your best friend today?
We
Why
need a
if
contract.
I don't
But
get to
that's
be your
because
best
she's
friend, you're
not.
not gonna
She's
get to
not
wear pink
secure.
curls."
You like Cynthia
Yeah,
need
she's
that
not
friendship
secure.
contract, right? Did she want a
Yeah.
friendship contract?
Yeah,
It
Yeah,
was
we
Cynthia and Nene. Yeah.
I think she get didn't she get Timmy? But okay, so what do y'all think about Marceau and All About the P, his little rant?
Oh God, I
I
loved
thought
it.
I actually loved it, but I will say this: it's some truth to it because you can take a clean glass of water, and somebody it can be 99% water, and I put just a little bit of pee in it. Would you drink it? No, you wouldn't. Just a tad, just a tip of pee. You wouldn't drink it. That's why we always, when we talk, we say allegedly this is what we heard, and we try our best to tell the truth. There are some people that are putting out a lot of lies just because they want to be, first, or they want to steal what they think is tea. And he's right about that. I mean,
and all they did was read some text messages.
Look, that's an analogy.
Yeah, All About that was great. I loved it.
I think it's really sad that after he did that, I mean, clearly he was talking All About the Tea. I thought it was funny. But then she then came out with his tax information. So I think it's kind of shady for her to have done that. But at the same time that I say that, that's what Wendy Williams has been doing, that type of backseated stuff for a while. And, Tasha Case sometimes does the same thing. And those are people I love. But for some reason, it felt weird to see that he's calling you out. So, bam, let me go in and get your personal information and put that out there.
What was it with the tax thing? What was it?
He just had some unpaid taxes, like a whole lot of people that you got 3 years.
Yeah, you're fine with that.
To do that just because he called you out, I don't know. That I really...
It felt dirty.
Yeah, it did. Yes. I understand more and more and more and more every time I listen to that site why she doesn't show her face.
Why she don't show her face?
Because people are crazy, and she's coming out with some truths on folks. In my opinion, if it's true, I don't know.
But she let her other people show their face. That's their right, though.
Her, she's like, y'all not coming to kill me, okay? Because people are crazy. So I have to respect the fact that I'm going to keep bringing the tea. Call me out all you want, because you ain't going to find nothing else about me. Now, she does have siblings and things. So, of course, some people know who she is. But from the masses, I see why
nobody knows who she is. Her show, I mean, her page is really popular. So
I know it is. But what, 30 seconds after he hit, don't drink the pee, here comes the tax thing. I was like, dang, she got stuff just lined up waiting to throw out, I think.
Yeah, I think that's kind of messed up. See, that's the part of the show. And look, I'm in so many groups, so I end up finding this stuff out. But that's the kind of parts of the show that I don't like. Right. When they get so dirty that they're doing stuff like that.
I don't want us to ever do that.
I didn't like that. I felt really bad for Marceau. I mean, I get why she did it, but I don't get why she did it. Yeah. But look here, I'm gonna be careful what I say, because you ain't gonna go digging up on my
right. Which I'm so boring. They be like, "Oh, this girl, I need to make up some stuff about her because she is boring. I ain't got nothing, y'all. Y'all gonna be so they ain't gonna find nothing on me. Maybe when we become big.
I don't like that kind of stuff.
I don't either. I don't. But I listen to it obviously from like Wendy and Tasha and all them.
It's certain things that I don't even. I ain't gonna say I've never listened to it, because on a good road trip, I listen to any vlog.
Right.
I turn it on and push play. But traditionally, I don't go to those sites, because even with that whole thing that they were talking about, when we had to go into all, to hear that about the one girl that was tweeting, I listened for a couple of minutes. I was like,
I came with her.
Oh, yeah.
They would just retweet.
Nothing against our site.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
It ain't for me either. So anything else behind the scenes that really I thought it was a good episode though, but I don't think
it was.
Yeah. You think they're having a reunion?
No, he said they're not. He tweeted that
did he?
he tweeted last night that we not having a reunion. He says it was out of his hands. And then I tweeted,
Whose hands is
retweeted.
it in?
That was Carlos. He actually tweeted that. And then I said, Huntsville is the best reality show ever. And Carlos liked the tweet, by the way.
Yeah, it's probably, it's out of his hands. It's probably in the hands of Sherry Saldana. Is that who is still running like Oprah's network or something? It's probably they probably don't want to have the type of reunions that we see on some other shows because of maybe they don't want to go too far in the trash, although the reunions are the best, if you ask me.
They need a reunion.
And he made it clear that it was going to be another season.
Yeah.
So
Maurice had put out that there was another season they're gonna start filming this summer. So
and he's one of the girls said, "Are we ready for Mel and Martell to be filming separately?"
Yeah,
Yes.
have to.
I am. And if Ariola comes on the show, I don't think that Mel will be seen as often on there.
Right.
I
He
don't
may
know.
not come around
I
as
can't see
much.
that she will be.
But baby, can you imagine if he brings that girl on the
I
show?
can't.
No.
I just can't.
I'm interested to see them together to see how they gel, because it would be interesting to me just to see if she's giving him what he thinks he needs, or will he realize that she was his 20% and he's missing out on 80%. I'm interested to see. That's why it's interesting to me.
I really feel like even though he's with this Ariola girl, whatever coleslaw, she's not gonna make him happy either. And we gonna see him treat her the same way. That's just what type of man he is. I know you don't think he's that way, man, Joy, but he is.
And here's a question: if he's really staying with Ariane the way everybody's claiming, would Melanie allow her 4 children to go?
She said that she don't think that they have been there because they hadn't said anything. So he could have.
Oh no, she has no plans on it, but she also said, I'm sure they would tell me, well, how can she stop it? And then Tasha was like, oh, you can stop it. I don't know.
She said she can't stop it, and she's not gonna worry about it.
Because at this point, he's single.
Anything, yeah, she said she can't. I mean, and he can't say anything if she gets a man, and
yeah. I thought Tasha's interview was really good, though. It
was probably the best one that I watched.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
And she, she's gone in on Melody before. Melody just handles that stuff really well.
When I say Melody is probably the dream client when it comes to
yes.
She is good. I'm gonna let you. The chick is good. Yeah. All right. So anything else with them? We can move on.
No.
All right. So let's go to our pop of culture. So I don't know much about this, but what was going on with Ricky Smiley and his nephew? I know you shared that.
Well, allegedly, Ricky it wasn't his. I don't think it was his nephew. I think it was his cousin, because the girl said that they were related by marriage.
Okay.
And when he was a teenager, apparently he was in trouble. It must have been had something to do with the courts, because Ricky got custody of him through the courts.
Oh, okay.
The boy came and stayed with him. And some part, as he got a little older, as he was growing up, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, and Ricky put him out. Okay. This boy is now, up until his death, he was in his late 20s. I think he was 29 or 30. And he had in recent times had been trying to reestablish a relationship with Ricky. He called Ricky on the phone, and Ricky said, he asked Ricky, what do you think I need to do? He wanted to do something. It wasn't clear what he wanted to do as an employment. And Ricky said, first thing you need to do is get out of Birmingham. And he said he would tell the same thing to anybody. He said, if he was living in Texas and he was talking to somebody from Texas, he would tell him you need to get out of Texas. Sometimes moving your environment helps. So that's what he said. He said the next thing you need to cut your dreads.
For an interview.
Yeah, for an interview. And Ricky was saying, at some point, somebody told me literally the exact same thing. They told me to get out of Birmingham. And he said, if you remember, I used to have dreads myself, and I was told to cut my dreads.
Yeah,
and I moved to Dallas.
that.
And he said, as soon as I moved to Dallas, I started getting more gigs, and my I started moving on up. And he said that's the advice that but this was literally over a haircut, according to the sister.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he committed suicide.
Yeah, and the sister went on there pissed. She was, she really
Yeah.
feels like it was Ricky Smiley's fault because the young man looked up to Ricky
Stop
Smiley so much. And I don't
Yeah.
know how recent that him and Ricky have been in communication, but just listening to her, she felt like it was all because of Ricky's approval or non-approval, and that the guy really
Yeah.
took it seriously. So she was pissed off.
That's so sad.
You know, I always have to remind people that, even, you dealing with parents or even siblings, when people commit suicide, you cannot blame yourself because that person was obviously going through something mentally. Now, as a person, as a human person, we should listen to signs and try to get people help when we feel like that they need it. You don't want to ignore those signs. But the reality is you cannot blame yourself.
So most of the time you do want to blame somebody because, and hopefully his sister or whomever will understand and realize that's not the case.
Yeah.
So next we have, Callie made this little, I hope it plays. Let's see. Video. Oh, it won't. It says it's too small, Callie. I was trying to play your DMX video, but it's it's too small. But
he didn't die. They said he's at home. I mean,
he's better.
He's off of the breathing machines. Yes. He's breathing on his own. So
yeah.
And
what was sad, I don't know if y'all had a chance. If y'all had a chance to see the video that Tanya TKO put out, which told the story of the first time that DMX got a taste of cocaine. Did y'all get a chance to look at that?
I watched some of it. He was tricked into it.
He was tricked into it by someone that he admired. That's
crazy.
Yeah, we look up to people, and this guy, if I'm not mistaken, was even younger than DMX, but he appeared to have his life together. So, he just kind of was giving advice and done this, and DMX respected him, loved him, and said, man, no, I don't want any. Mm-hmm. But the guy kept kind of like, yeah, come on, you'll never feel anything like it, blah, blah, blah. And he tried it. And he said, it was a feeling he never had before. And he cried because he could not believe that this man that he looked up to for so long, put him in that situation.
And they say once you get that first high, you chase it and try to get it.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to vanilla ice cream. So we all addicted to something. I'm just letting y'all know that's mine. So if you ever come over, that's what you need to try.
And this is a grown man crying and thinking about it, so it's really affected his entire life. And it's hard to see that when those we trust are a contributing factor into our demise in some way.
We're going to try to post that video that Callie did on our Instagram and Facebook. For some reason it said it was too big of an image, the resolution. So I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll work on that for the future. Next we have a few April Fools that we had. Here was the one that I thought was the cutest. Was he really did not close his gap? What? Yes, those April Fool's jokes. So,
I have a gap in a weird place. I think if I could get mine, I could. I just have it, and it's kind of a trait in my family because my mother has it. I got two aunts that have it. Every time I look at it, I laugh. Like, I'm gonna get this covered up. One day I'm gonna get my gap fixed. Mine is not in the front of my mouth. It's on the side of my mouth.
On the side.
I don't have a gap in the front. It's on the side.
That was really a joke.
What? That was a joke. And also there was one saying that Nene was coming back to Atlanta. People were believing it. She got a settlement for like $750,000. That was another April Fool's joke. Did anybody get you all on April Fool's? I forgot all about the day. So
did you know Chick-fil-A did a TikTok that said that they were finally opening on Sundays.
Oh,
and they had me, and I was like, "What?"
That's my favorite ice cream. So that's why my love for vanilla ice cream came from. Is Chick-fil-A's vanilla ice cream.
Oh Lord,
I didn't hear about that one.
I'm gonna have
I
to
didn't
look
hear
for
about
that
that one.
TikTok.
I
But I
wouldn't have
didn't.
cared
Nobody.
about Chick-fil-A. I wouldn't have cared about Nene, but Michael
That
Strahan is
Gap.
the only one I would have. Yeah, that look.
I
Okay.
saw it because it was a picture and his Gap was closed. It was actually a picture in the clothes.
It
I,
looks
I
so
think
good
I have
though.
it. He
I
looks
thought
good.
I
it-
mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
That's a
cared.
lot.
That would have been. I mean,
I like his Gap though.
wouldn't have
So
cared. Yeah.
that's his
Oh, wow.
trademark. But okay, what about
Yeah.
what else we have is I don't know. Does anybody watch the what is it called? The Real?
I know.
Oh, with Sharon.
Well, Jenny Ma and young, is this Jeezy? I guess he's not
Okay.
young Jeezy anymore. He's just regular Jeezy. They got married.
Is this an April
Yeah.
Fool's joke too?
No, that was real.
No.
They got married at
Yeah, I
their
spotted
home in
that.
Atlanta. They
Those
live
flowers are real.
yeah, so that's some
He in a
for people
pink
who
tux. He looks good. I was
he looks good. He's
Yeah, I mean they look beautiful. What was I reading that they were trying to put it off till 2025 or something?
well, I think because of COVID kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and they finally just said we just gonna get married. So
Okay.
they did. She just divorced her husband. His name was Freddie. I don't know what he did, but they just got divorced maybe a year ago or so. She found Jeezy soon after. So another thing is Bolo is having a B-Day weekend. Is that y'all going?
No.
No,
I might, sure.
it's in
Hey,
Atlanta.
Polo.
You can sign up. I don't know how much I should have tried to see how much the tickets were, but he is having a extravaganza.
I just like the fact that he's getting him some jobs.
He's getting his
Okay.
money.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Do we have anything? Oh, what do you think about Jen? We talked about her a little bit. She's out on bail.
Oh.
And
That wasn't
this is
April Fool's joke?
no, that wasn't her first though. She's out on jail. She was charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit fraud with the telemarketing for people ages of 55 and up. It carries a maximum of 30 years. So she was doing some type of telemarketing fraud with, it must have had to do something with like Medicaid or something that only targeted people of a certain age. So, but she's out on bail. I don't know how, but she is home.
So, do we know how much money we're talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah. See, I think I'm kind of thinking I don't know all the details, but she might actually do some time for this crime.
I think it's a lot of money. I was trying to see. I took so many screenshots, but none of them are really saying how much money it is.
Okay.
Because that one doesn't. They kind of put out a lot, but I don't know. I just hate that she's doing it. But they say she's out doing videos so that she's free. She's got a little. She went and got a French press when she got out of jail.
A mess.
Like she is like, she ain't taking it seriously, and I think that's the problem.
Well,
And the other thing that I have is that does anybody watch Bridgerton?
who?
Bridgerton.
No, oh no, because that guy's not coming back. I heard about it. But, yeah.
Coming back. Joy,
I
what
never
you
even
feel
heard
about
of
this?
the
Will
show.
you watch it without the
I already knew he wasn't coming back because he was only in the first book.
Yeah, he's only in the first book.
The first book is in each book is about a different relationship.
A different child. But I don't know if y'all watched True Blood, but I read all those books. And Lafayette died in the book. Okay. But he did not die in the show. So they did not have to follow the book. And the show was still good. So if you listen to me, Chandra Rhymes, we would like the Duke to come back. He does not have to be in the book. Okay?
Yeah.
So I guess we're about done, y'all. We have
Well, let me ask real quick, and then
Okay.
I mean I won't make this long. I did y'all hear about the black restaurant owner that refused to let these black girls in because you could see their weave cap?
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
explain what's a weave.
Is that not a mess?
What do you mean a weave cap?
Well, you could see like under their
Her
little
lace
neck
front
area.
was sticking up. Her lace front was
Shut up. So he wouldn't let her
Yes.
in? Why
And
not?
he said, look, this is upper crust. You got to be together. I see your little track or your lace and you can't come in.
So
Okay.
what if she just was having a bad hair day? She could have money. She just didn't.
And they showed what they had. They showed the girl's hair and stuff.
It's COVID. If anybody learned from Drew from Atlanta, it's hard to do your own lace during COVID. You let that girl eat.
Anyway,
So
that's all there was. I thought that was funny.
That's crazy. What was this again? Atlanta?
Don't remember.
Okay. Well, we're on. Ooh, watch me. So I was looking through some things, and did you know Jamie Foxx and his daughter are coming out with their show together? It's called That's Embarrassing Me. It's going to be on Netflix.
Okay.
April 14th.
Oh, is that his real daughter?
That's his real daughter, Corinne. She was in this movie on Disney Plus. What was it called?
She's
Safe.
pretty.
She was really good.
Pretty little girl. Yep.
Yeah. So that and they
Always
had a
been
game
around
show
too.
they had together. I love that game show. What was it? Where you listen, name that tune or something like that. It was really good.
I didn't know she was on there.
Yeah, she was his DJ. She would do the music. Cool. But so I think it's really cool to do something with your family, you know.
Yeah.
And then did I have another one? I can't remember. What else is? Anybody
Dear
else got
Jack
anything?
pulled back his
I got this. I didn't watch it, but Mahalia is on Lifetime. I heard it was very good.
They must be doing a whole bunch of them because I read somewhere that Lettucey was supposed to be playing her.
Oh, that would be good.
And somebody else was supposed to. It was like 3 different people, but I know they took a picture of Lettucey, as if it was like they were currently making it.
Because I love her voice.
Yeah, I love Lettucey. She's a person that CD I buy, sight unheard. Because I know
you were singing her song with that guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love Lettucey. I
know Saints and Sinners. Did you all watch that? It's coming too.
I watched it.
Is that Kim Cattrall?
No, what's her name? She was in Vanessa Bell Calloway.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Vanessa Bell Calloway is in there. I watched it for years because it was on something, and I binge watch it. It could be on Hulu.
It was on Hulu.
Yeah, I binge watched it. And I didn't know it was coming back. And I didn't know if it stopped because of COVID. But it has some actors that needed a chance.
Yeah,
it was some
really
people
good.
who you've seen here and there. But I kind of got, because I like Vanessa Bell, who's a beautiful woman. You don't see her in a lot of stuff. I like to see her. But who was the girl who he ended up
Polly Red was on there.
She was. What's the girl, the main girl, the preacher's daughter that got pregnant?
There it goes. That's everybody. Yeah. Everybody say that man in the middle like my daddy. So I call Clifton my daddy.
He's always a bad guy.
Ain't he though? And always got on them bad guy suits. I love them.
Yes, that's honey. So I can't think what is she playing the daughter? I didn't know she played anything.
No, it's something. I thought. And my girl Kelly Price was in it.
Kelly Price, yes. And they really do a good job. The guys are very handsome. I wish they showed the guys because the guys are.
Well, really, yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said people who don't get a chance. Yeah, the guys is who I was really talking about.
They are so fine.
Nice looking guys, and you've seen them here and there, but it's good to see them in a leading situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I can't wait till it comes because I really think I'm going to watch it again. I actually start watching it on Hulu, and when it first comes on, it looks like a movie that we did with our VH camcorder. It's like very.
It's like a knockoff. What was the Oprah show that was like that?
Oh yeah, Grace Greenleaf. Yeah,
like a knockoff Greenleaf, but it was good. The drama was different because it starts off with the father being killed, so that happens pretty early, and it's I shouldn't have, but it's I thought it was a good show.
That doesn't take away from it, just that, but it is good. So we have a few things, and let's get political, and then we are done. Joyce,
let me say this one thing just because I looked up that restaurant as we were talking. It's Copa Lounge.
Okay.
And it's in Cincinnati. And they have a video out here. I'm going to send it out and post it just so y'all see it. Now, everybody in
Okay.
there has on bad weave, so I'm not real sure what the issue
He
was, but
He was
I'll
just
send it
being
out.
mean.
Yeah, go
Mean and
on with the
shady.
policy.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna
very
go
I think
listen.
I think he thought those girls were ghetto. That's what I think it really
Were they
was.
acting weird or they didn't really get into
No,
it?
but they were young girls. They were probably
Yeah, they're
in their
young.
early 20s.
When you see the crowd in this video, it had to be something else because they didn't look any different than anybody I'm seeing in there.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, Copa.
So
I'll send it out.
Joy, tell us what's going on with George Floyd. Do you have any more? Have you been
This
watching
week,
it?
no, it wasn't a whole lot, but basically it's still on the prosecution. So I'll just say this. To my understanding, the prosecution hired out somebody.
Okay.
And although there are no Johnny Cochran emotions, they're doing a really good job of laying out this case. We've heard from George Floyd's girlfriend, who did a really good job of bringing some humanity to his drug addiction. He was addicted to opioids. I think I did hear that his cousin, the one that was sitting in the front seat, who really kicked all of this off, is pleading the fifth. Yeah, because he really kicked this off. Because I just to kind of lay out the events, George Floyd, okay, the cousin or the guy, the cousin went into this store earlier that day and tried to use a $20 bill to pay for some stuff, and was denied. Was saying, the guy said, "Man, it's a counterfeit," and he gave it back to him. George, later that day, George Floyd, his girlfriend, and the cousin went back to the store. He said that the person who took the money, he believed that George Floyd didn't know it was a counterfeit 20. He believed it so much he was willing to take the L, because if the business, if they take counterfeit money, it comes off of their paycheck. The owner said, no. As a matter of fact, if you watch them on the footage, when the owner goes out, he doesn't go on the side of George Floyd. He goes on the passenger side where the cousin was.
Okay.
So, something else I found out this week was this was a citation. It was a $20 bill. If you have a counterfeit $20 bill and you try to pass it out and you can genuinely not know, it's a citation. They said the fact that the police came with guns drawn was even wrong.
So they shouldn't have even, they over escalated, basically.
Correct. Now the Clark, the guy who worked at the store, he was only 19 years old. Yeah, but he said he did think that George Floyd was high. He did
feel like he was high.
Words. Yeah. And it was just
I felt so bad for him. He just seemed like he was going through it.
Yeah,
the Clark was.
Yeah. Because he felt guilty. He felt like if he had just taken the L, the chain of events wouldn't have happened. But so did the 17-year-old who was filming everything. She was only 17 at the time. She said she prays and asks for his forgiveness every night because she felt like she could have done more. There was an older gentleman that I don't know where he was in these videos because you can't visually see him, but apparently he was a witness and he was communicating directly with George Floyd. And he was telling him, "Man, just get up. They got handcuffs on you. Stop fighting." Yeah. George was saying, I can't. You heard from a girl who just happened to be going to a store who was an EMT. She was a licensed EMT. She was saying, "Hey, you want me to check to see if he's breathing?" They wouldn't allow him to. Wow. So she's one of the women screaming because everything not only is this her job, she feels like this was her more responsibility, and her instinct was telling her to get out there and to help him. And they didn't do anything. One of the things, so it's right now, that's where the case is. But here's a question that I want to put out to you all. And I don't know if this is something you can answer now, answer later. But I read this article that what's his name, Sean King had put out. He said after 9/11, when we get on airplanes and today, if we saw somebody get up, foreign or domestic, that tried to overtake a plane, our instincts today would try to overcharge that person, correct? We wouldn't just let that person go down. it's because of 9/11 that we feel
Right.
that way. They said it's because of watching stuff like this moving forward. He said that's a great case. But when we sit there and watch a police do something like this to physically use ourselves, our bodies, whatever, to help somebody like that, because it's our natural born instinct. So, if this had happened in front of you moving forward, not in the past, and you saw something, would you, use your physical body to help somebody? When you see somebody as indifferent as Derek
Okay.
Shakes.
Well, it would be nice if it ever gets to that. If that's what somebody would do, it would be nice to have that. I don't
But do you think that they would have killed that person?
I have no idea.
Because it's police officers with guns.
You're correct.
Yeah.
And
that's a big reason that some folks are not going to touch it. They might say something, but it's
and
too
if
easy
you
to
notice,
die.
anytime they walked out the sidewalk, they was picking up their pepper spray.
Oh,
So they were
Yeah.
threatened with using their pepper spray a couple times.
Yeah.
You watched the whole video.
Now said, I think on one video you said somebody was talking to George, and we never.
Yeah, it
saw
was an
him.
older gentleman. It was, and he broke out and cried.
Oh, he broke down. Yes, that was horrible. Oh.
That breaks my heart.
They didn't even cross-examine him. They didn't cross-examine the 17-year-old. They didn't cross-examine somebody else. They cross-examined the EMT. But them emotion, and I think the reason that they're not doing that because they cross-examined the first guy, the black guy who was a mixed martial arts fighter, and it backfired on him. They were trying to make him out as an angry mob, and he said, "You're not gonna paint me as no angry black man. You're not." He said,
and it was sad knowing that EMT was there and had to do everything he did, knowing that man was dead. He said that's the first thing he noticed. He could tell from a distance. He's dead. Yeah, they still requested that he work on that.
And you heard them saying he's not breathing now. And this is why I think he's going to be found not guilty. These police officers are going against him. That guy's supervisor testified against him, basically saying his knee should have been off him 5 minutes at least.
It should have been. That is not police standard procedure.
And his supervisor, the supervisor over the supervisor, the highest, I forgot what that title was, but the highest said that is not a part of their teaching. You do not put your neck on somebody, your knee on somebody's neck.
You don't.
And that's not, and he made it clear that wasn't a part of their training.
It's not.
So he can't say that. I'm not saying this may be me being optimistic about our judicial system, but this one smells different to me than any other one. They're throwing him under the bus.
So are they bringing up, because I have this where he has 26 cases of police misconduct?
Yes, they asked his supervisor that.
Okay.
And one of them was very similar. One of them was a lady who was speeding 10 miles over the speed limit. And for some reason, he had her out of the car.
That's crazy. 10 miles?
So
I'm going to tell y'all this. Normally with 10 miles over the speed limit, your insurance sometimes don't even care, especially if you're on the interstate. And if you're on the street, maybe like a road, but that's not really, they normally don't even give you tickets for, well, don't here anyway.
It was 10 miles. It was something so minor.
That's so minute.
Yeah. So that was one of the complaints. That was the complaint. This guy was a bad apple, and that's really the problem. What a lot of people distrust that they have with the police, because while not all police are bad people, of course not. When you have bad apples, you all won't even get rid of your bad apples. You want to take up for the bad apples, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's
what do you think about them blaming some of the people that were doing all the talking? They're saying the cops would have made a different move had the bystanders shut up.
Yes, they were trying to say it was an angry mob. They trying to say, that's why I said they were trying to make it out to be an angry mob.
Yeah,
that is
like they were some like mob, and it was hard for them to kind of focus and do the right thing. That's a bunch of bullcrap.
That is.
So the cop is trying to hold his own while he's being yelled at by all the people around. So they're trying to say, had those people shut up and stayed out of it, maybe there would have been a moment for him to pay attention to George and take his knee off his neck. Now we all know that ain't
That's
right, but
not
that's
true.
definitely what they're saying. Yes.
That is so
Because he
sad.
even had his knee on his neck, even when the EMT came and checked his pulse. Now that's insane to me. He did not get off his neck until the gurney was on the ground.
And you said and they knew each other, right? Like they worked. Yes. He was a bouncer or something.
They haven't even gotten there yet.
They hadn't gotten there yet.
That there hasn't been anybody to testify to this. So
we gonna.
And did they also say that the two of the EMTs or something, they boxed at the same club with the boxer that testified? They all boxed at the same place.
Look, I'm watching this at work, so sometimes I miss stuff.
I can't watch it, y'all, because it will make me so angry. And it's just the type of work that I'm in. I can't watch it because it kind of hits home to kind of the work I'm in. So I gotta like the people I work with. So I just can't watch it. But it's just okay. So does anybody know about what happened at the Capitol? I just got Capitol Police. What?
Yeah.
So this guy, Noah
for
King,
no reason. They haven't found the reason. I don't believe
they haven't found the reason. I'm gonna tell y'all my issue with all of this.
Okay, so what's going on? What you got, Joy? That face.
Okay, so this guy, they don't, Noah King. Nobody really knows his reason. She's correct. He tried to bypass security. He hit two cops. One was fatally. Yes. Yeah. One was fatal, and one is in a hospital. I don't think it's serious. And then they ended up, and he got out of his car because they have these barriers. So he hit the barrier and crashed his car. He got out the car, allegedly had a knife, and they shot him. When they put him on the gurney and was putting him in the car and putting him in the ambulance, I thought he was white because his skin looked so white, but he apparently was black. So if y'all notice, if you're watching the news, they're playing up that on his Facebook page, he had follower of Farrakhan. This is my issue with.
No, they did not.
I promise you. I say things like this. I'm not saying that the guy was not a follower of Farrakhan. He could be. My issue is not only are they playing that on the news, but I'll just say this and just let it go. If any of you all have ever been around the NOI, have y'all ever seen an NOI brother who wore locks?
Right, no.
I'm asking you, have you? Have you ever seen an NOI member, active member, wear locks? No.
I haven't. I mean, it's not saying it's not one, but I have not.
Yeah.
You haven't because it's something
you would know.
Brothers are asked to have a clean shaven face and hair. Most of the brothers don't even have mustaches, although they are allowed.
What's NOI?
Nation of Islam.
Of Islam, yeah.
See, no, I've only seen the short and then bow ties, short hair bow ties.
Correct. That's
very clean cut, very professional.
Brothers don't wear locks. So I'm not saying, and he had long locks.
He had very long
back. Yeah. So again, there are a lot of people that follow Minister Farrakhan. That don't necessarily mean that they're members. He could have been at some point. They said he petitioned the court to change his last name to Muhammad, but he didn't show up to court. They're really trying to play that up, but because
so the people who did the coup at the Capitol wouldn't say that they were followers of Trump, but they gonna try to make this man be the. You know what?
That's my point. That's really my point.
I can't.
Really my point.
Joy, I got you, Joy. I know where you're going. I can't.
You took the words literally out of my mouth.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's what makes me mad.
Yeah, they tend to do that. So
that's all right though. Yeah. That's all right. Well, I think we did good today, y'all. We done. We done. So everything that we said, I'll put up our disclaimer real quick. Oh no, that's just Happy Easter, everybody.
Don't eat nothing you need an aspirin for in advance.
Don't eat no ham. If you need an aspirin for it.
When I said that to my auntie today who got ham in here, she told me I ain't never took no aspirin.
I don't really like ham.
Me either, auntie.
This is our disclaimer. Okay, allegedly.
My grandmother did. When we was kids, my grandmother did. It gave her headache.
I don't really like ham.
That's where I got it from. But she loved
ham. I
Do
can see
you
him every
love
day, ever.
Look, and
Okay,
look,
go.
there was a very young Joy that used to enjoy some next day Thanksgiving fried ham.
Fried.
I was that deep because you
Okay.
have half for breakfast, half for lunch. I would fry it. I would refry it.
Ooh, I love
Powder
him.
and refry
What
it.
you mean you fried like a bologna sandwich? Like I can't
Literally.
Like ham, you know, you can do the
Literally.
yes.
And I don't eat
Boy, you're
bologna
making me
either.
hungry.
I do
Let
like
me tell
bacon though.
y'all- Let me tell y'all a short and funny story, right?
All right.
So just as we went to Sweetie Pies in St. Louis this week, just as I am pulling up to Sweetie Pies, you know, I've been a little sick. I
Right.
get the call from my doctor, you know, want to go over all my test results, right? And
Uh-huh.
she says, well, you know, you need to get on the treadmill, maybe get you some cardio. Some levels are up high. We'll give you some, you know, and she said, and you're not diabetic, but you need to turn some things around before you do, right? And I
Right.
said, I'm at Sweetie Pie. She said, and you shouldn't be.
Did you eat that macaroni and cheese?
Best thing they had in there.
So my
that
question
mac
is,
and
did you
cheese
eat?
bomb. Did
So
you
you
eat
did
that
eat.
fried chicken wings?
I was not gonna leave, but no,
So
I
you
didn't have the
ate.
chicken wings, but yes, I did.
Did
Okay.
you eat the cabbage?
No, I didn't get the. I just had pork chops, mac and cheese,
Girl, she was bad.
potatoes, and peach cobbler. So that
And
was
they
my
cornbread
last
is good.
bad
Did you have that
outfit.
cornbread?
And yes, oh my God. All I needed was a candle and some icing. That was some good cornbread.
Yeah, that cornbread is some. But yeah, that
Oh,
My
we can
doctor
all be
nurse
trying
was
to
like,
do
"You
better."
need not be there.
they
She said,
cabbage
"Don't."
is fire. Their
I love
is
cabbage
fire.
too. So
Their
yeah.
cabbage is fire. Yeah,
So
and
we
they
all
don't
need
use
to.
pork. They don't
So
use
are we
pork
all
in their
gonna do a
cabbage.
pack when we gonna try to eat better?
I ain't got no
Ellie
choice, but it's
is,
just so
I
funny.
am.
She called me just as I'm pulling up to the Sweetie Pies. It wasn't right.
We gonna
But
try.
They
We
mac
may
and
not
cheese is
succeed. We
fire.
gonna
They
try.
mac and cheese is fire.
Really?
I don't
It's-
know what
I
they do.
mean,
That
it
I
was
mean,
good.
to me, that was what that'll be worth the drive just to get the Could you eat inside?
Yes, we did eat inside,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and the line was packed. I mean, that place.
Did you see the sister?
No, none of them, none of the people from TV were there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? So who cooks
She's normally
then?
there. She's
right back
normally. I haven't been in a minute, but I see the sister all the time.
You did?
Not Miss
Yeah, I was
Robbie.
looking for them, but no, I
Yeah.
didn't see anybody there.
She normally is in there a lot. I don't know lately. You'd have to go to Skate King on Tuesday afternoon, you know, or whatever day that is. It's Tuesday or Wednesday. It's like, I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. She goes skating every Tuesday.
Really?
Y'all don't remember when she broke her hand?
I never watched the
No,
show.
I didn't watch
I
it.
never watched the show. I
Oh,
don't know these
She
people.
went
I
skating.
watched the first season like every day, but after
broke
that,
her-
I not really.
She broke her hand or arm, so she goes skating. She's 80-some years old.
Oh, she better
Oh.
do it.
And she goes skating every Tuesday. I make it around there, be about to die, but she just skating. She just skating.
I got to get better.
She
Okay.
just skating. Yeah, she's 80-some years old. She looked good. Like one time I went and saw her skating, I just sat and watched her. I couldn't believe it.
She that good.
She that good.
Miss
that's-
Robbie sure looks good.
I want to be like that too. I'm about to get with it. Y'all ain't gonna be ready.
Yeah,
I
Miss
really
Robbie.
hate that little son situation, but
Honey, when I get back down, lose this stomach, I'm telling you, I'm coming with a crop top on this thing. Y'all gonna be like, just wait.
I tell my friend all the time, God don't want me thin.
God knows, because when I
'Cause
was
he know I ain't
small,
gonna act right. Look, 'cause he
I
know
didn't
I
act
gonna
right.
act right.
when I was, I didn't act right. So God
know I
already
ain't gonna
knows
act right.
you ain't gonna act right.
He gonna-
So
he
he's
know I
just
ain't
like,
gonna act
girl, just let it go. In the words of Elsa, we not gonna let you do it. So
well,
let
he
it go,
wants me
mama.
to be thin. He's like, you got this little 12-year-old. You need to be able to move, okay?
You can't do it.
Cause child,
It's all right though. We cute though. I see our picture, but I be looking at us. I be like, cute.
He's so
it's
I
true.
don't care what size we are. We are cute, honey. Whatever.
And then Joy, them little eyes of yours.
Joy, I can't stand
Yes,
her
honey.
eyes.
Them eyes is gorgeous.
They be all. I be like, I just need to learn. My eyes so big, I can't do like y'all do. Cause I had them sexy.
Well, as you can see, look, I got some decent eyes, but I can't even put my doggone things on. What do you call these things?
I like
Oh, your lashes,
Just keep coming off.
girl. I love y'all. Okay, so we gonna get out of here.
Yeah,
We
All
need
right.
to figure out a sign off. Like, how are we gonna sign off? Because everybody, some people like 1, 2, 3, bye, and some people like peace. Or we gonna do our glasses. So I like when me and Joy did our glasses that one day.
I do like that, but I ain't at home, so I don't have none.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we gotta
I
figure out
do
our
like
sign
that.
off because we got our sign ons. But we hope everybody had a great time.
Donuts out.
That's us. Hope everybody had a great time chattering up with us. We're gonna say peace.
Peace. And a bottle of hair grease.
Hey, peace, love, and hair grease is what we used to say. Peace, love, and hair grease. Be good,
Bye,
ladies.
y'all. Bye,
Atlanta's
y'all.
coming on. Be good.